Another week has passed, and that means that it's another week of me recording these videos way too late. I don't even remember where I had last left off in the previous episode, but I'm just gonna go over everything that has happened within this past week of grinding on our beautiful world over here. So, as you know, I've got the house pretty much 100% finished. The only thing that needs to be done is a roof on top of this right here. The entire library, laboratory, and observatory are all done. It's just a matter of decorating, adding books, and just making it look like, well, a laboratory and library and observatory and all of the above that I just previously said. So my mansion, my manor, my beautiful home is pretty much all done. And doesn't it look just so beautiful? We need to get a bee farm for the observatory and the what is that called? Telescope. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. We need to get some wax for the telescope. And then a lot has been built. We've added some more paths further down this way, and some things along the path to decorate it so it's not just an empty field everywhere. There's a well right here. There used to be a grindstone. I don't know what happened. Obviously, you got Six's house. He's not here right now, but maybe he'll join us later in the episode. If not, perhaps next episode. His house, the to-do board that is getting more and more full by the day. So we're gonna have to do something about that. Obviously, everything from the last few episodes. And then over here, we got a little bit of a tree because we're getting so many pillagers coming to attack our base that we decided to do a little thing similar to what Luke the Notable did, where he just hung a bunch of pillager banners. Now that's gonna be right there. Oh yes, I believe this is Kevin's house. I'm gonna go through his stuff. Wow, he has some nice stuff. This is his house. Isn't it just utterly beautiful? It's the one that we built in like episode 2, I believe, or maybe that was 3. I don't know, I'm already getting lost. Bit of a super smelter here. Not much to, well, super smelt because, oh my gosh, somebody replaced everything in the super smelters with coal, which actually I'm not upset at because this thing needs to stockpile on some bamboo before it ever becomes useful. And then this is the next project that I have been working on. Oh goodness, I don't remember the name of where I got the statue or where the general kind of sword came from, but it is a statue holding our nether portal sword, which in time will be replaced with some different colors. We just don't have those colors right now. And then around the whole nether portal will be a bit of a shopping district that I think will look quite nice, and I'm liking how this is looking. I don't know why there's, all that stuff coming out of it, but that's what's going on in there. And then, if we head into the nether, we have, ooh, wow, the lag is real. It might actually be all this stuff on the ground, holy crap. We have a bit of a nether highway being formed, and that's all there is right here. This is thanks to Six. He is currently working on this project. Very simple, but it's something nice for now. We may incorporate it more into the world at a later point in time. However, that's all there is for the main world. With that being said, let's go to sleep. Actually, now that we've got some rest, here's just some more things inside the house that I never showed you. Little brewing area that's going to be moved into the laboratory because it kind of doesn't look right. Little nice corner. We got some music discs. All kinds of beautiful stuff right there. Very nice. And then my bedroom up here. That's about as nice as that's gonna get. I might put some more bookshelves here and there, and then we can figure out what to do here, but that's my bedroom, balcony, and that's pretty much the tour. You're all caught up. And yes, I have full diamond. I'm pretty sure I recorded a video of me doing all this stuff, but guys, sometimes it doesn't always work out. That's the heartbreaking part. But there's no reason to linger on it any longer, as we have lots and lots of work to do. Oh, I forgot to mention we have a very large ghast family being built. We're at 5. This guy is just freely roaming around. And then we got 4 over there. But what we're going to be working on today is actually not going to be within the main town. It's actually going to be what you saw in the last episode over this way. That, of course, being our Halloween town. We have the very first bit pretty much all placed, which is this whole pumpkin patch. And now we need to build some houses and haunted areas and just some things to kind of, you know, get the vibes going. And that's all we're going to be doing in this video because there's not much else to do. So let's get started by chopping down some trees. Now guys, I think whether it be sooner or later, we're going to have to go to the end and beat the game because, well, we've gotten pretty much everything we need to do that with complete ease. We could get some netherite first, but I'm not really too worried about that. I think I can do it with diamond armor. We could have actually done it a couple episodes ago, but in order to move forward with the world, I do want the dragon egg. And also, I just want the end and shulker boxes and an elytra. An elytra would be so nice, but that would also put more things on our to-do list, aka a creeper farm, which I'm sure that would go over well with knowing how just horrible I am at this game. But with all that being said, we're just going to focus on this episode right now and then see whether or not there's a point in time when Six and maybe even Kevin would like to join us in beating the dragon. Now I'm looking for some sheep because I don't want to go all the way back over to the main area to sleep, but I am kind of starting to bet that I'm going to have to do that. Somebody chopped down the tree that I left here that I was going to let grow. But yeah, right here is going to be an area that I'm just going to let y'all know I want to transform it. This is the very first crafting table, and I'm absolutely going to leave that into some kind of build. This right here is world spawned, at least the block that I spawned on. And then this is where I got quite a bit of cobblestone for my first little thing, and it's also where everybody else has kind of gotten their first bits and pieces of all that stuff. But this is going to be transformed into a giant museum, and my idea is that I'm going to have a massive tree right here that I let grow, and that's kind of what the museum's going to be, is inside of a big old tree. And it's like, this is all the first stuff. I'm going to put the first diamond in there, I'm going to put my first pickaxe. I want to get a world map here soon going, so I can have a world map hallway. That will all come with time. Right now it's Halloween, and that's all I want to do is make some spooky, scary sounds. Anyways, time to get a bed, and then also I'm going to research some designs for a Halloween town. Okay, wow, these are actually some really good ideas. I do this. Yep, I'm totally inspired by this guy. I'm not going to copy it one for one. That's one rule that I want to give myself, is not copy things one for one. But everything in this world is pretty much inspired from one thing or another. The somewhat more crappy builds are ones I made myself. So yeah, awkward. But I think I'm gonna do this, which is something that I found from a user named MTB Mitch 18. And it looks quite good. It's just some simple houses and pumpkins, and my favorite part is really that gate to enter, and that's what I want to do, is use that gate and a lot of iron bars to give it that, like, this is an evil town, haunted town, right? Why keep talking about it when we can just go ahead and do it? I'm trying to decide if I should make the first entrance to this area be this little thing right here, and honestly I'm thinking yes. What I'm gonna do first is actually build up the gate a little bit. Do I have cobblestone in here? Just a little bit. I'm gonna keep this overall wall design right here, just make it more towering up. At some point I'm gonna need to go through and lay out just paths throughout the entire world. There's gonna have to be just, or at least in the, oh wow, you know what, this is just making me realize we need a name for the main area. Because we have a name for the industrial district, kind of, and I named it Flint. in honor of Flint, Michigan. If anybody wants to come up with some name ideas for the world here, I would gladly take them because we need them. But Halloween Town and the main area need a name. Right now I'll call it the General Spawn District because that's just right where World Spawn is, and that's the general area. Or I could call it General Spawn Area. This is Halloween Town. We can give it a more specific name at some point. Any ideas are welcome. Please let me know. I'd love to hear them. And we'll see what we come up with if anybody has any ideas. Alright, so this is going to be the general entrance path. Dang, there's not a lot of room right here. It's fine. This isn't supposed to be like a big main town. It's just like a little holiday town. We could make this a holiday town, actually. We could do Thanksgiving over here and Christmas. It is the holiday season after all. So I'm trying to build a little bit of a shed or house right here. Just a basic house to have down. And I want to really mess with starting to build things at angles more and just being more open to different, I guess, structure designs other than, you know, the basic square, you know, like this. Like, I don't want just to do basic squares. I want to do all kinds of different dimensioning if possible, but it's just kind of difficult here, man. I don't know how to do it. Obviously, I'm not going to build out of dirt. I'm thinking I'm going to do spruce, so I'll just go ahead and place that down. I don't know how you would do windows in this kind of design. I guess it's just a full glass block, right? Also, not building this in the general spawn area allows me to mess this build up and make it look as ugly as I'd like, because I don't want ugly builds in my home area, but if they're over here, alright, it's fine, you know? I'm not gonna lie with y'all. This build is an absolute mess. And to some of you, it probably looks like crap. I'm not gonna lie. And to me, I love it because it looks like crap. It's so just horrible that it's good in my eyes. And really that's all that matters, you know? But I don't know how I can make it any better, especially just with how uneven the roof is and, well, how uneven all of it is. I don't think there's really any saving it. Oh my gosh. No need to scare me like that, sir. Sir. I guess he kind of fits in with the surrounding land. Really? Really? Yeah, that's what you get, dude, for existing, actually. Never do that again. And now we have a little You know, at first I was scared when I first saw these guys, and now they just make me really, really mad. I mean, they're here all the time, and I'm just enjoying my world, and then I see them. And I tell you, it gets me so furious. I'm gonna kill you all! I'll massacre all of you! No matter what it takes. Is there another one? I know I heard another one somewhere around here. There's no way I killed all of you. That's really all you brought? Is 4 measly soldiers? I might genuinely do one of these just out of fury out of them. Just out of anger, I might do one of them. But that's what this is looking like right now, and isn't it just the most beautiful little place you ever seen? It's not. It's actually really ugly. At this point, just placing leaves just to make it look hidden, so you don't have to see this monstrosity. Oh yeah, this is Halloween. Aren't I funny, guys? Alright, now we got a crappy little house. Oh, I keep on forgetting the door! It needs a door. I'm not decorating the inside of that place because... like, how? How would I even do that? Like, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, I know. I know what else I need to do. It's the one thing you have to do on Halloween. And I need to get stuff. I need to get prepared to do it. I need to get some stuff to do it. We have a Halloween costume. Oh, 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 oh. Oh yeah, it's not Christmas. I just ho ho hoed. acting like it's Christmas. What are we for Halloween? We are a orange man that has a scary face. That's what we are for Halloween. And what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna go trick-or-treating, of course. Hopefully we can get some candy. But before we go trick-or-treating, you know, we gotta wait for it to be nighttime. You don't just go trick-or-treating during the day. Let's wait till it's nighttime. Well guys, it has officially reached nighttime, so that means one thing. It is time for us to put on our costume and go trick-or-treating. But before we do that, we do actually need to place down our jack-o'-lantern. I'm gonna put mine right there. And of course, our house now has our Halloween jack-o'-lantern. Isn't that just beautiful? So let's just go trick-or-treating since, you know, no one really else is kind of here to go with us. But let's see what we got going on here at Six's house. Take one. That actually adds up that he's not here telling us to take one. Let's see what he's got. Of course, just a bunch of seeds. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna take a whole stack because I'm a little insulted that he keeps on putting seeds in all my chest. You know, that's he keeps on doing that. He puts seeds in all my chest and just being an annoying little, well, you know. And also we're gonna jack-o'-lantern him and put a jack-o'-lantern in front of his house. It's Kevin's house. And I know he's too lazy to put anything out for me, because he's more of a jerk than Six is. So geez, I'm not even gonna wear a mask while I do this. I'm gonna rob him. What can I take from him? Maybe some eggs or feather or something, or maybe I could even take a diamond. I could take a diamond from him. That's not a bad idea. He's got some carrots, some golden carrots and some pretty nice stuff here. But you know, actually, I'm feeling a little healthy. I think I'm gonna take an apple. Put our mask back on. That's kind of majority of the houses here. There's nothing over at the orchard or the vineyard. I mean, we could get some berries. Take a couple berries for the road. You know, now that I think about it, there is actually one more place that we could look for some trick-or-treating. That, of course, is the Halloween town. Now, I'm not gonna lie with you all. This place is a bit suspicious to me at nighttime. I still remember that creeper that tried to kill me. There is one house over here that may have somebody inside it. Now, there's only one way to really introduce yourself on Halloween. That's, of course, trick or treat.